Hey, Nicole Icavoni here. Wanted to document where I'm at in my life journey right now as part of my business life video blog. Today is June 26, 2017, and I just got back from an amazing vacation to Jamaica. I went with my husband and my two daughters. We were there for a week. It was wonderful. And while I was on that vacation, I became more aware of a few things that I want to share with you today. The first thing that I had awareness of from this trip was the gratitude that I feel for being so blessed and fortunate to be able to take the trip, first of all. And the second thing that I felt really grateful for was the fact that I was able to pay for this vacation in cash. I didn't put it on a credit card. I don't have that bill hanging over my head now. It was paid for in advance before we left, paid for in full. The flight, the resort, which was all inclusive, everything was paid for with cash. And I can't describe to you the relaxed feeling that I had on that trip, knowing that I wouldn't have a bill waiting for me when I got home. I wasn't worried about money. We had budgeted the amount of money that we were going to take with us to spend while we were on the trip. We were under budget, which was also a great feeling to come home with money in your pocket that is just like for whatever you want then. And I'm sharing this with you, not to brag, but to show you that it's possible for you to experience the same thing, for you to travel with your family, for you to take wonderful vacations, to enjoy that quality time, to rest, relax, rejuvenate on some tropical island and have it paid for in cash where you are not feeling the stress and strain of that financial burden that you have to worry about. The way that I was able to do that is for 2 years, my husband and I didn't travel at all. We love to travel. It's one of the things that is most important to us, one of our deepest values, top priorities. We love having new experiences. We love meeting new people from all different walks of life, all different cultures. We love seeing different lands. We love getting away from the day-to-day routine and recharging our batteries. We love spending that one-on-one time with our kids. And we're both self-employed, and so when we take vacation, we don't get paid. We don't get paid vacation. We don't get paid time off. So not only are we paying for the expense of the vacation to travel, but we're also paying for the lost wages of whatever time we take off. So it's a big deal for us to take vacation. But we take vacation 2-3 times a year. So that's 2 to 3 weeks of vacation that we take a year now because we were willing to sacrifice that time for that 2-year period before when we were busting our tails to pay off our debt. You might know already that we paid off $87,000 in debt in that 2-year period. And we were able to do it by sacrificing a little bit, by giving up some of the things, the luxuries that we really like temporarily so that we could be debt-free. No credit card debt, no student loan debt, no loans, no car loans, nothing like that. Just our home mortgages is the only debt that we carry, and we're really working hard to pay those off faster than what the mortgage date is due. So because we were willing to sacrifice those 2 years and not travel anywhere, I mean, we took maybe a day here, a day there just to stay locally, but we didn't have any lavish vacations. We were able to pay for this one in cash and go for a week, and it felt wonderful. So you can do that too, and I'm going to be giving you a whole bunch of tools and tips and ways to go about doing that, so stay tuned. The other thing that I realized and gained awareness about during this trip to Jamaica is how much we have here in the United States, how rich we are as a society, and how grateful we need to be because of that. In Jamaica, there's a lot of poverty there. The average weekly wage, so a minimum wage in Jamaica, is $55 a week, and then taxes are taken out of that. And the taxes are very high. They're over 30% that's taken out in taxes from those wages. Can you imagine living off of like $30 a week? It blows my mind to see how little the people in that country were surviving on. And their government does not provide any assistance. It does not provide food stamp assistance. It doesn't provide housing assistance. It doesn't provide insurance, health insurance assistance. There's no government funded health insurance. So like in the United States, if you're low income, you qualify for Medicaid, right? And so that's government funded health insurance for you so you can get your medical care needs met. They don't have that in Jamaica. It's everybody on their own, every man for themselves, and everyone has to support themselves in whatever wages they earn. The other thing that I found really interesting about Jamaicans is that there is no public education either. There is no government funded or free education for children to move through as they grow up. So if you want to go to school, you have to pay tuition. Every kid does, and it's about $100 a semester per child to go to school in Jamaica. So there are a lot of children that aren't able to go to school because they don't have the funds to get their education, and that's just perpetuating this cycle of poverty. So learning about their culture and their society and the class problem that they struggle with, the poverty that they struggle with, really made me feel grateful for living in the United States. And I hope that it inspires and encourages you to know that you are starting in a much better place than some people are, and you have an edge and an advantage to creating real wealth in your life and living a fantastic life that other people might not have. But one of the most important things that I realized about being around the Jamaicans and learning about their culture and their lifestyle is that despite the poverty that they're in, they're so happy, they're so friendly, they're so generous, they're so kind. There's a real respect for humankind there, for each other. And that was something that really stood out to me, because living in the United States, we have so much. We're so fortunate, and yet sometimes we lack that camaraderie, that cooperativeness, that respect for one another. And also we let depression, anxiety, greed, selfishness, jealousy, all those emotions really weigh us down. And if that is what you're focusing on, those feelings that are coming up for you, like wanting what you don't have and feeling resentful and upset about it, then you are not focusing your energy on the steps that you need to take to create a life of wealth and abundance. And that's really what we need to be focusing on is, number one, what we already have, our blessings, everything that we have that we need to be grateful for, and recognizing that we already really live a life of abundance. And number two, focusing your energy on how you want to feel, the life that you want to live, the steps that you need to take to create that, and fully giving your time, your attention, and your energy to those things rather than devoting your time, attention, and energy to the negative feelings that are coming up, feelings of want, feelings of lack, feelings of inadequacy, of jealousy, of wanting something that you don't yet have, feeling sorry for yourself that you don't have it, those sorts of things. So those were some of the takeaways that I had from this vacation to Jamaica, and I'm hoping that this inspires you and motivates you and helps you to feel grateful with what you have, but also to know that there's even more out there for you. There's this better life that is possible. So just with changing some behavior habits, changing the way that you think, which in turn changes the way that you feel, can make all the difference in your life. So again, I'm going to be giving you a lot more of information, tools, skills, things that you can do differently in practice to create a life of health, wealth, and love. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Have a fantastic day.